Stress Monty here. We're at that point in the game. We love everything except everything. Sorry, I have to message people. Bodhi is sketching me out. Everyone is sketching me out. So, first of all, sorry if you can hear background dog noises. They're a little crackly right now. Well, anyways, so Gabby goes, and I was like, Gabby, rip. Oh, speaking of, I was like, oh, rip. Love that little bench. But they gone, so can't do anything about it now. So Tribal came up with, it was a 4-1 vote on a 7-person tribe. Where'd those other 2 votes go? So, as it turns out, not, I guess actually confirmed by Drew, but it was like once I saw that happen, it was pretty easy to assume that that was the Maverick task, just because it really kept in line with all the other tasks. The merciless task of voting for someone twice, the moral task of exposing your vote. It just really sort of kept in line, so I kind of like figured that out myself. It wasn't a punishment. It was a reward. Or something for the possibility of a reward. But anyways, so that happened, and then the challenge happened, and God, that was a fucking ugly challenge. Oh my god, that was so stupid. I hated that challenge so much. But yeah, so we do the challenge, and it's top 9 are safe, and bottom 9 are going to tribal. And sorry, I have to keep up a social game with a straight man. God. Anyways, he's talking to me about Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. And I'm like, okay, but great topic choice, but all the wrong points are being made. Anyways, so it turns out that it's not just like a ooh Warzone type thing. It's like a, oh, we're switching tribes, loser tribe and winner tribe. So it's no longer morals versus maverick versus merciless. It's winners versus losers. Ew, love that. So I'm on the loser tribe, and I want to Kermit because everyone on this tribe, it is not only the loser tribe, it is the boring tribe. Yeah, so there's Dylan, TJ, and Maddie who like Dylan and TJ who won't talk to me. Maddie who I got a 10-word message from her in our last conversation, so that was pretty iconic. She really snapped with that. And then you have Bo, who I have no idea what's going on with him. Glow, who I still haven't had a chance to call with, the legend. And Bodhi and Sammy. So going in, there's 5 Mavs. 3 morals, 1 merciless. And on a tribe of 9, 5 Mavs is majority. Like, clear cut. Like, it's a tight majority, but it's a majority. Um, for uh, four of the other 2 tribes, and that's assuming they're working together and not just trying to pin the target on each other, because honestly, both have happened before in the past. Like, you never know what this game's gonna be. So, I'm thinking, all right, now's my opportunity to strike at Maddie. She's going to not really help in the challenges all that much. We don't really connect on a social level at all. And yeah, she's sweet. She's like making friendship bracelets, which is like iconic, but this is a game. I'm not here for friendship bracelets. I'm here to win. If I get a friendship bracelet on the way and a friend on the way, that's great. But that's not my primary mission. God, that sounded so stupid. That's not what I'm really wanting to do here. Great if it happens, but that's not. God, but that's not what I'm really looking for. So I was like, all right, just gonna try and get get the Mavericks to do that. We'll be chilling. Our tribe will be stronger. We can win more challenges now. But Bo was like, we should get Bodhi because he's the only merciless on our tribe, and his challenge score was really low. And I was like, okay, in the one Flash game that everyone thought was going to be for individual immunity, if he knew that it was for tribal immunity, I think he'd go a little bit harder. But because it's for individual immunity, I think he threw that challenge. I think he wanted to be at tribal council this round. So I think so. Bodhi and I have been talking a lot, and apparently we were old tribe mates and allies in a game that I have long blocked out, Isla. I have vague memories of it, but no, not with him. But I trust and believe that that's accurate. So when Bo was like, let's vote Bodhi, I was like, well, that's a number for me that I kind of want around, so let's not do that. But Bo was pretty hard pressed to vote Bodhi, so I was like, all right, I'm not gonna fight it all that much. I really don't want to do that, but I will. So I was getting ready to feel like a bad player, or a bad person, and vote out Bodhi just because I don't got any pull, and the numbers we'll vote out Madeline next time, and the numbers just weren't there to get Madeline out in any way, and I don't think. Oh, hi, sweetie. I don't think the numbers, at least for this vote, I don't think there's any group of people that I could go to this round to get Madeline out. I don't think she never leaves. She doesn't go this tribal council. That's just not a thing that happens. Oh, there's both of them. So that's a little disappointing from a person who wants to play a proactive game sort of move, but it's not all bad because once you realize that Madeline's she's staying this round, once I realized that I was kind of okay, now let's reassess, think about what is going to happen, what is now still best for my game out of things that could possibly happen. And So then Drew came to me and he's like, I have tea. And I was like, I'm always thirsty, bitch. So, first of all, he told me that the vote was, um, I don't know who confirmed it, but he was like, the vote, abstaining a vote is the Maverick task. Like, he confirmed that one for me. So I was like, thank you. And then he was also like, also, by the way, TJ's been voting you for every judgment round. And I was like, disappointed, but not surprised at all. So, Drew was also like, yeah, I don't think he knew that he could vote someone not on Mavericks to do it. But that also just shows me that if we were to lose, I was first on his target list, which is like, bitch, that's not gonna fly. I'm not playing that game. I am not playing that game. So now my target is TJ. It kind of was on the Maverick tribe, the old Maverick tribe, so it's just like solidifying here. I want TJ gone. So that being said, it's who do we get to vote TJ? What numbers are there to vote TJ? And whatnot. So I went to Krissa and I was like, hey, are the morals like working together? Like, have you had a plan to stick together? And she was like, yeah, I bet so. Um, so I told her about all the things that are happening, and she's like, oh, I guess we can vote TJ. And I was like, great. And then she immediately told Madeline. And so I was talking to Bodhi because I first wanted to get her like perspective on it to just see if the morals were there, because if the morals weren't on board, then it's like time to totally switch tactics. But with the morals on board, Bodhi's been feeling pretty insecure as obviously as like the only person from his old tribe. That's a pretty vulnerable position to be in. But in this case, it's a pretty powerful one too. So I went to him and I was like, hey, I've kind of approached the morals about working together. We'd need one vote. I know your name's been thrown around, but if the five of us are working together, then like doesn't really matter. So let's just do that. And he was like, oh, that makes sense why Madeline just told me this. And I was like, yeah, because he thought it was kind of sketchy. But I'm a little sketched out by Bodhi because he agreed to it and then immediately switched topics again. And I was like, is that just how Bodhi is? Is he trying to like work a real social game with me? Or what? But like I don't have many better options. So the only thing is Krista did want a sixth person just in case someone flipped. And obviously that's gonna be Sammy. Like we need one Maverick to look at them. They're just sitting here. Stan. We obviously need one more Maverick if we want to have six, just in case one of the six flips instead of one of the five flips. Because if one of the five flips, then obviously it's one of us is gone. But if one of the six flips, then we still have that one more vote. But yeah, so if Sammy is with us, then like I was gonna tell him anyways. But yeah, so Sammy's voting with us, like in Chris's mind. So I was calling Sammy, and he was like, I don't know, I still think we should get Madeline. She's the easy vote. And I'm like, okay, but why would we vote out someone who's just like a non-factor versus someone who's actively targeting one of us? Like, make it make sense, Sammy. Make it make sense. If someone was actively targeting you, Sammy, I would be down to try and support you getting numbers to get them out, because that's a threat to you, who's in my alliance, probably my closest ally at this point, which is indirectly then a threat to me, because if they get the numbers to get you out, then that's one less number for me. So yes, Sammy, you should be. I know TJ might be your number, like in this whole scheme, like how I have like my numbers and Sammy has his numbers. TJ might be one of your numbers, but I'm going to be loyal to you more than TJ is going to be loyal to you. So like, make it make sense and just vote out TJ. And I think he's kind of coming around, back around on it. Um, but, ooh. Um, oh my God. Um, yeah, so I'm calling with Bo in a few minutes to talk about everything. I'm not sure if I'm going to tell him what I'm thinking. I'm probably going to voice concerns to him because we have been talking and he doesn't feel confident in a Maverick majority. Like, he doesn't feel confident in that either. So I think I'm going to voice concerns, specific concerns, but I'm depending on how he reacts, I'm going to be like, nah, I can stick with Mav majority for like a round or two. Um, but I am Julie voice. I'm ready to jump ship. I'm ready to jump ship. Um, yeah, so that brings me to point number 2 is the other half of my alliance, Nikias and Drew, are on the winner's tribe, kind of sitting ducks. So them two, oh, there were 6 morals. Them two, Gage, Corey, and someone else. Who's the other fucking moral? Oh my God, why am I being stupid right now? Who's the last moral? God damn. Venny. That's who it is. Yeah, okay. Um, and then Eddie, Dylan, Lucas, Jose. So I think they should be fine if they link up with the morals to vote out the merciless, but I'm not positive. We will see. But he brought up the idea of us throwing challenges a la Generations. And depending on how this travel goes, I'm very open to doing that. Depending on, it would mostly require Sammy's input, and I would need to really trust the people that I'm working with through this vote if I want to do that again, because the reason why it worked in Generations is because we had a solid majority that really trusted each other based off mutual interest of throwing the challenge. Like, it was better for all of us. We had a big alliance that benefited from throwing the challenges as opposed to a smaller alliance that still would benefit from throwing the challenge, but it was the majority of the tribe, so the majority alliance on the tribe throwing benefited from throwing the challenge every time in Generations, whereas that's not the case this time, unless we get a whole big like mega alliance with like the morals and like Bodhi and me, Drew, Nikki is Sammy, which is like a little ridiculous. Like, would I complain? No. It's an alliance. More alliances are good things. Um, but it's just not realistic either. So, as much as I would love to, on paper it seems like a very similar situation to Generations. Um, 2 members on an alliance on one tribe. It's all one world. Three tribes to start. 2 members on one alliance on one tribe. The other tribe's already lost, so let's just keep that other tribe losing. But in practice, it's not actually quite so cut and dry because there is no majority alliance with us, which just kind of sucks. But yeah. So those are just all things I'm thinking about. Drew is just giving me more and more and more and more information as time goes on. So like it's really good. I wish I had some information to give him that I like felt comfortable actually giving him, but I don't feel comfortable giving him any idle information because I know give Drew one bit of idle information and you're dead. So he gets an idol and you're suddenly sixth place on jury, waiting to go, ready to write his name down in the final tribal. So we will get through this vote and see what information I can give him because I feel like there's definitely a lot of information coming in and not a lot going out, which great for my game, not good for an alliance late pre-merge, early merge. So got to make sure that that's still up. But yeah, basically, mission number 1 this tribal is to survive. Mission number 2 is to get Sammy through. Mission number 3 is to get TJ out. And mission number 4 is lie to as few people as possible. We'll see if that's gonna happen.